It's the role of the Chief Financial Officer to monitor and interpret the business's financial information. Finance, in its broadest sense, has become the driving force in U.S. corporations. Gary Coughlin is the Senior Vice President of Finance and Chief Financial Officer for Abbott Laboratories. Abbott is among the world's largest and most successful corporations, with more than 56,000 employees, a presence in approximately 130 countries, and worldwide sales of around $12.5 billion. Although no single person is responsible for all the financial decisions, the CFO is charged with the majority of these responsibilities. Top management is continuously involved in financial decisions, as are people in every department of the company. The Chief Financial Officer, or CFO, leads the finance department, and the key financial officers report to the CFO. The treasurer and the controller are next in the chain of command. The treasurer raises funds and manages the company's capital structure, and the controller manages budgeting and accounting. While auditing is often part of the controller's responsibilities, at Abbott, audit is a separate function with an audit vice president reporting to the CFO. The CFO is deeply involved in financial policy making and corporate planning. Often the CFO will have general managerial responsibilities beyond strictly financial issues and may also be a member of the board of directors, although Mr. Coughlin is not on the Abbott board. The CFO may take on operating and strategic responsibilities, but those duties grow out of what remains the core of the job, maintaining the corporation's financial strength and maximizing shareholder value.
Well, the basic role of CFO is changed over time, but essentially have the key issues of maintaining the financial value of the firm and maximizing shareholder value. Those have always kind of been the preeminent activities that the CFO gets involved in. But as time has changed, you become more of a partner with the operating management, whether it be the CEO or the division management. So the CFO's responsibilities are broadened into the areas like strategy and change initiatives. Okay. And examples would be you might be called upon to champion a growth initiative or some other new thing or cultural change, such as how would you do total quality management in the organization, or other such strategies as how is e-commerce going to affect the business. So you get into those kind of activities, which in years past you wouldn't have. You'd been mostly into the financial, just kind of maintain a balance sheet, an income statement, and so on. So even though that becomes the financial stewardship becomes, is still the foundation of the job. It's just become much broader.
One of Mr. Coughlin's most important responsibilities is communicating financial information. He is accountable to the board of directors to be an independent advisor and to provide correct, detailed financial information. Investment analysts and shareholders also rely on the CFO to provide accurate financial data.
Generally, in most major corporations, the CFO is one of the primary interfaces along with the investor relations department with the investment community. And the investment community means, in most cases, both the sell-side analysts, those people who write research on your corporation, as well as buy-side analysts, who represent the major institutions who invest in your stock. And then also you have conferences for individual investors. So essentially, the CFO is kind of the one who oversees that function. And what the key job is you have to make sure that you have the right information out there. Right? Today's markets are very volatile, and you can see if you miss your estimate by a penny, stocks can go down 5 to 10%. And so there's great scrutiny on quarterly earnings in the United States and how that impacts your stock price. So the CFO has to make sure that you get the right expectations out there, and then they have the most valid or available information that is not proprietary and can be disclosed, so that the investors can make the appropriate decision.